Hello YouTube, I am going to jump back in time today about half a year to January when I competed with my 2023 Mustang Magic horse, Moscato. I decided it's time to do my class reflections, which honestly are one of my least favorite kinds of videos to do because I hate watching myself back. I don't know why. I know that's how you learn and grow, but like I know when I'm actively doing the class what is completely falling apart and going awful. So like watching it back and reliving that is just usually not a fun time for me. But I do know that other people enjoy these videos, so I am gonna go ahead and watch my videos back and kind of reflect on them, point out maybe the good parts and the parts where there definitely was room for improvement. Feel free to watch this video and struggle through with me as I probably cringe at most of the things I'm gonna watch. We're gonna go ahead and start with the handling and conditioning video. So to start this class, Mo was nice and clean and her body weight was pretty good. I did not body clip her. She's a bay. She looked clean either way. Her coat wasn't crazy long because we came from Florida. My pivot could have been a little cleaner when I came into the round pen. It's not necessary to do that, it's just kind of a showmanship aspect and having it look nice and clean. My pivot was just a little sloppy, but at least the effort was there. Of course, like any good makeover horse, she's gonna go down and roll.
Here's Moscato.
Gosh, I miss her a lot. Watching this just makes me remember working with her. She was fun. When I get released back in, I'm gonna see if I can get her to kind of look at me and come forward. I like when they finish rolling before you go into the pen. Good, so I got her to draw in a little bit there. There's always perks for that. I'd love one year to be able to come in and have like such a strong recall cue that my horse comes trotting up to me and then puts their head in that relaxed position to be haltered, but it's difficult to mimic this environment and energy, so you always do the best you can. I'm getting better about not rushing. So right there, I kind of took my time after I put the halter on before I started to walk off. My lead rope is folded, but I'm not sure why it looks like that. I definitely could have done better there. Probably should have worked on some more turns away. It would be nicer to have more slack in my lead rope here. I'm holding probably with about 1 foot of rope. And I'll be honest, I never practiced a turn around the barrel like that where you're pushing them away. So in the future, that would have been good to practice turning my horse away. I'm so close to having them turn like towards me, which isn't really a good habit either. Right there when she stepped off with the feet, I'm gonna go back and correct her. I felt confident enough that she wouldn't necessarily continue to walk off, which she did. That's where I changed up my plan. Instead of going front, back, front, like we've been practicing, I went up to the front there to save from getting another score of her walking off. Normally I'd walk back around the back side of her too, but because she was a little more distracted right then, I'm gonna go ahead and go the safer route, which is around the front. Take time to gather up my lead rope. That was good. Our trot off was fairly good. She's kind of looking at the people over there. Her halt was lovely. Her backup was very fluid and straight. So far the only thing I absolutely hate about this was the feet. And our walking around the barrel could have been done a little bit more elegantly. So approaching the trailer, I look straight on and try not to change my pace, and she gets on no hesitation. I made a mistake one year of getting on and then backing up probably a little bit too quick. So now when I get on, I make sure that I take a second to pet my horse, and then I hesitate before I get off. And then I'll halt, acknowledge the judge.
That was Sam Van Fleet in Moscato.
So overall handling conditioning was not awful. A couple bobbles here and there. It wasn't super clean, but I did like that I didn't rush through anything. I thought we practiced the feet enough. Sometimes when you get into competition environment, your horse will prove you wrong. They'll be like, yeah, but we didn't do it with all this energy around us. So that was our biggest downfall of that class. The rest of it was a pretty clean, solid class. Into our maneuvers class, I try to come in at the trot before you hit the sign. You have the option to either trot at the sign or pick up the trot prior. So you want to make sure there's a really big difference between your collected and extended trot. There is a difference, but I could have collected up even more. I was rushing into that. My lope was a little delayed. I should have been more definite with when I asked. I feel like I came further off the rail there than I should have. You want to keep the even distance all the way around. So if you're 10 feet off the rail at the start, you want to be 10 feet off the rail at the end. Her halt wasn't awful. I'm not sure if I was trying to turn her around or do a pivot. It just calls for you to turn your horse around. If I was trying to do a pivot, that was super ugly. Walk to canter. I do believe we took a few trot steps. No, actually, that was pretty good. Very proud. Good job, Mo. Again, my distance off the rail was a little better going back. My canter to trot transition was pretty nice. And then my trot to halt. Not awful. Her backup is always pretty darn good. My problem is I'm an English rider, but I'm trying to show in Western tag because that's what they prefer. So my styling is always a little different. I have a little more contact on the face. I don't let them go as long and wide with their nose, although the judges don't seem to necessarily mind so much, and I don't know if they think maybe I'm doing that because it's green horse, but I'm doing that because that's literally the style that I learned, to always have like a light connection through my rein. I know there's differences though. It's just getting out of that habit, which I'm learning a little more of that with Lynx right now, so that's kind of fun. Trail. Oh my goodness, what a hot mess of a class. It wasn't bad by any means. I was first to go for this. The first thing is you walk in with a halter and you brattle your horse in the box. When I tell you I've never felt like more of an idiot than I did for that 30 seconds in my life, I mean that. I felt like I didn't know how to bridle a horse. I thought I was super stupid looking. Taking the halter off, I wanted to make sure she didn't walk off, so I'm like struggling here, hardcore. I don't know if I put the reins over the neck first and I took the halter off and I was holding the halter funky. I didn't just like toss it away. So I'm holding the halter as I'm bridling, and I bridle not over the ears. I don't put my hand over the pole. I just go to the mouth and I hold it over the face, and I wanted to make sure it didn't look sloppy or anything, so I took my time with the bit so she wouldn't bonk her head up, and as she's walking there I'm having to put pressure on to make sure she doesn't walk off, which she's never walked off before bridling. Anyway, it just looked like a hot mess bridling, and I feel bad that I was first to go because I'm sure people were watching, and I know what it's like to watch the first few go, and you're like, I'm definitely not going to do it like that. And I'm like, I know people are saying this right now. What am I doing? The judges are going to be like, she forgets how to function. She doesn't even know how to bridle a horse. Anyways, glad that's done. Then you mount in the box. I would like one day to not have to put my hand on the stirrup to put my foot in to get on. As soon as I get on, I wait just a few seconds. I could have waited a little longer. And I look for my pivots, 180 each direction. I'm not lined up absolutely perfectly, but Mo makes it fit. She's a good girl. She got that pivot done pretty well. I was happy with that.
Down there. Or
I was a little nervous for this. Moscato does not like tarps or walking over tarps. However, carrying objects has been all right. So I let her check it out first with her nose because I'd much rather her sniff it than us bolt and take off and die. So I let her sniff it, and then we walk. And at this point, I probably could have like rubbed it over her or laid it more across her or whatever. Like, she truly doesn't care. I've carried sweatshirts on her countlessly, and I've practiced with rain slickers and whatnot, but again, I'm playing it safe. I could have made it look fancier and side passed up to something you can put it on either rail for this pattern. Side passed up to it to make it look really clean and confident, but I'll be honest, Mo was fine, but I wasn't very confident in that maneuver. I believe my gait was pretty good. I opted to go through forward instead of backing through it. Kept my hand on the whole time, had a clean side pass up to it, walk around, side pass back. Again, I'm doing pretty good about not rushing anything yet. Getting my reins situated. Trot over poles, and then I think you're supposed to pick up your left lead here. I don't know, we picked up the correct lead, whatever it was supposed to be. I think it was the left lead. Yeah, we did pick up the correct lead, and then it brings you into the cantering pinwheel, and to be honest, I didn't push her to keep cantering. I did ask her to trot. I was a little bit wary and nervous about that. So, yeah. Then canter into the chute, stop. We broke to the trot for about a stride early, but her stop was very nice and clean. Our backup was perfect. We didn't tink any poles, our little L back. Made sure she got all the way to the back. Let her rest and wait there before walking off to show she wasn't rushing.
And then they gotta go over the bridge.
And I was scared for the bridge. We hadn't had bridge problems until a week or two prior, and things on the ground became a little bit scary for her. So I'm approaching with my leg on softly, and you can tell she's approaching and looking at it, but she never stops her forward motion. I started crying when we went over the bridge. I was being kind of a little bit of a baby because I was very happy she did it. I got a little emotional. But overall, trail class was good. All of the problems were 100% on me. Bridling looking dumb, my fault. I bridle every day, multiple times a day. It's not even like I could have said I could have practiced it. I don't know if that was show nerves or what I was doing. That was a mess. The slicker, Mo was good for. I was playing it on the cautious side. I don't necessarily regret that, but I could have showed it off a little more. Cantering the pinwheel, again, I took my leg off. And I was like, yeah, let's just trot. Because I thought it would be better to go over all of the logs rather than canter and kind of veer off and miss one. Yeah, so that was a bit of a tricky spot. I messed that up. The rest was great. Everything else in it, before, in between, after, super proud of her. Really good girl. Next up, we have our compulsory class, which for this makeover, everyone does compulsory. So you start by cantering in on a straight line. Our line, not the straightest. However, she wasn't switching leads or anything. And I've had worse looking lines. Our stop was decent. I try to go pretty far down, that way I have room to come back. Our roll back all right. We did get the lead that I asked for. Her stop was pretty nice coming back. I do believe she dug her hind in a little bit. Her backup, like always, is super good. Very cute pony. I don't know why we walked forward out of that. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize how ugly that spin was. There we go. We pulled it together for the last half. And we side pass to the right, and then we do our left maneuver. She's so cute. Look at that little side pass. What is going on? Oh my gosh. Why does it look like that? We do good spins. We do better spins bridleless. Was I cueing wrong? Walk to canter. A little bit sloppy. A little slop. Had a couple trot steps in there. My bad. I wasn't confident asking her. I wanted to make sure we got the correct lead. Look at her little cute canter with her ears up. So happy and perky. Simple change because I don't do flying. Oh my gosh, and we missed again. How do I forget this? And we got it.
There you go.
You know, I don't remember that. I'm sure at the time I probably beat myself up over it, and I was like, yep, that's it for us. It doesn't matter if you haul at the end, you can canter through the circle or not, but she was good. She was good. By some miracle, we did make it into top 10. I think we were sitting in 6th when we made it into top 10 too. I was nervous. I'll be honest. I had nothing planned. I rode Mo in a skirt to warm her up. That's the only time I rode in a skirt. So I was like, I don't know how it's gonna go. I don't know if she's gonna like the feel of it. I don't know, we'll see. I was so impressed with this girl though. I thought the crowd would have totally set her off. She would have lost her marbles, and she held it together for me. I'm not gonna have too many comments for freestyle because it was my bad. It wasn't super prepared. We had some glitter on her, and I came in with the flag to get that one element done. I'd never cantered with the flag before though, so I'm like, we're not gonna do that here. Nope. I'm gonna put it on the barrel because she doesn't like things on the ground that much, so if I put it on the ground and we spook at it later, I'll be upset. Look at her cute little trot. We do some cute leg yields. To the right and to the left. And then I know what the scorecards have. They have little sections to check off, like serpentine, circles, whatever, lead change. So we have those cones in there too, serpentine. And literally, I went out here and I just freestyled it as I was going. I meant to do leg yields through the serpentine cones, but because of how we came in the first time, I decided to go with the really big loop pattern of it. And since her backing is good, I'm like, let's back serpentine through it too. That'll look nice. Not my proudest freestyle. Not my worst either, though. Still thought Mo was a good kid. Walking into my canter. Basically, when I did freestyle, I just want to make sure I got all my elements. Nice big faster circle. I'm not sure what I'm trying to do here. Oh, am I doing a simple? Please tell me I got it. Oh my gosh, Sam, ask with more energy. Goodness gracious. I got it. But like, I was like, do I want to get it? Do I want to canter again truly? Yes, you do. Ask more strong. Our trot to halt over the pole was cute. I think Mo automatically thought backup because our halt was a little strong. So that's where that bobble happened. Side passing over. I can feel she's super close to that pole. She did take one step at the end. Honestly, I've never watched this back. I didn't even notice that. Cute little sitting trot with a halt. We're going to put our spins in there. Our spins are so much better than this. Oh my gosh. Y'all, this is why I don't watch this stuff back. How am I competing right now? Who let me in? I'm embarrassed. You guys have seen videos of our spins where they look good, right? Because they were looking pretty good. We're spooking at the beanbag chair, so we're going to approach at the walk. She's like, not going near that. But you know what's funny about Mo? She'll back into it. So I'm not going to have her go up to it forward. I'm not going to have her sniff it. We'll just back into it instead. She'll be like, yeah, that's fine. That can be behind me and I can sit on it. Anyways, she sits. I was super happy. But sometimes she's a little bit like, I don't feel like sitting. So I just put my arm up and people cheer and she was like, what is this for? That was kind of my big finale trick with her. Her laydown wasn't solid enough for me to ask her to do it in this type of area. I was just thrilled that she was handling the environment. I was so proud of her. Freestyle lack of planning, not her fault. That's me. That's kind of how it went. She's such a good kid. Little trail photo. I loved that bridge photo. With the flag. Aww. Mo Moose. There. She looks like she's spinning correctly. She's so cute. Anyways, that's my class reflections. I hope you guys enjoy me being uncomfortable this whole time watching this. Mo is a saint. She did great. She blew me away with her performance. Also, we came in 7th overall, but I'm sure I wrote that in another video. In the auction, I also talked about this. Mo sold, and I think the bidder was drunk that night, and the next morning they're like, yeah, we can't take her. So I found her home after they backed out, and then she is with my friend Haley in Florida, and she's doing really well. I actually just talked to Haley on the phone this morning, which was funny because I started editing the Mo video before we talked on the phone, and I was like, no way, I'm editing Moscato's video. Moral of the story, Moscato was great. I don't know how to show horses, and I need to start believing in myself and being more confident, because I think that would help. Like, my horses can do it. I did train them, and I know how, and I know what's required, and we prepped for it, and I'm just being a little bit of a wuss. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this class reflection. Maybe you learned something of it. Maybe if you're interested in doing a makeover, it kind of helped you out to see what the classes are like and some minor baubles that you can just be aware of in the future and how to make everything look a little bit crisper. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.